At 6:43 a.m., Spanish news cameras captured a fleeting 7-second clip. Gerry McCann walked a dirt path leading into the hills, not toward the beach, not toward the police search area, but into the wilderness. 2 hours later, he returned. Same man, different shoes. Retired military detective Bjorn Stillander studied the clip again and again. He didn't see grief. He saw focus, purpose. A walk too steady, too deliberate, too calculated. This wasn't a father in despair. It was something else. The question burned. What mission required a secret walk at dawn, and why did Gerry try to hide it? The hours before the clip unraveled the story. At 5:15 a.m., Kate stands on the balcony, distressed. At 5:30, Gerry speaks to detectives. By 6:22, he claims he needs fresh air. And then, the walk. By 8:17, he returns, shoes changed, claiming he had been at the beach. But the beach lay in the opposite direction. Why lie? Why cover a simple walk? Stillander mapped every move, every inconsistency, and what emerged was not chaos, but precision. A carefully rehearsed sequence, except the timings cracked under scrutiny. The morning of May 7th was no accident. It was a broken timeline hiding something. The hill Gerry walked toward wasn't just wilderness. From its summit, you could see everything. The Ocean Club apartments, the Tapas bar, the search perimeter, and even the beach. A perfect vantage point. But Stillander found more. The soil disturbed, as if dug and replaced. A ring of stones shaped like a heart. Fresh flowers, placed with care. Not a random site, a ritualized marker. Why there? Why so visible yet ignored? For 6 weeks, Stillander's hidden cameras watched. The hill wasn't just high ground, it was a grave possibility, a silent witness to what official investigators never dared confront. Stillander's search went beneath the surface. Ground-penetrating radar revealed a rectangle of disturbed soil, the size of a small grave. Chemical tests found bleach, an unnatural presence in the Portuguese countryside. And there was more. Satellite images showed fresh vehicle tracks carved into the earth just days after Madeline vanished. The spacing matched a Renault Scenic, the very model the McCanns rented weeks later, the same car where cadaver dogs would later alert to human remains. These weren't coincidences, they were scars in the earth, erased by rain, but captured in Stillander's files. Evidence of movement, concealment, and something deliberately hidden. The timeline inside Praia da Luz cracked open with a simple detail. Dinner service. Records showed Gerry's meal arrived at 9:17 p.m., but witnesses placed him outside the apartment at 9:15, long after he supposedly checked the children at 9:05. That left a gap of 47 minutes, time unaccounted for. What happened between 8:30 and 9:17? No one could say for certain. Too late for the official version, too suspicious to dismiss. In that silence, Stillander found opportunity. Enough time to act, enough time to move. The missing minutes became the missing link, and perhaps the moment the story was rewritten.
At 9:27 p.m., technology betrayed the alibi. Gerry's phone pinged, not from the cell tower covering the tapas bar, but from the tower serving the hillside. The two zones did not overlap. If the phone was on the hill, then so was he. The beach walk excuse dissolved. For Stillander, this was no longer speculation. It was data, cold, digital truth. In a case clouded by memory and contradiction, the phone record became a single, undeniable fact, and it pointed to one place, the hill Gerry had walked to at dawn, the hill that had become the heart of the mystery. Stillander reconstructed what official reports avoided. Madeline didn't vanish at 10 p.m. She died earlier, between 8:30 and 9:15 p.m. Gerry discovered her, panicked, and moved her body to the hill. At 9:30, the performance began. A window opened, shutters raised, false checks made. an abduction was staged, piece by piece. The twins were sedated with Calpol, not for sleep, but for silence. The handwritten timelines weren't notes of memory, but scripts, rehearsed lies on paper. What unfolded was not tragedy, but theater, a story manufactured in real time, while a darker truth waited in the soil above Praia da Luz. The Tapas 7 repeated the same script for 17 years. No contradictions, no cracks. We trusted the checks. We stayed at the table. But silence isn't just loyalty, it's protection. Not one saw the window open. Not one heard Kate scream. Not one noticed Gerry's absence. Stellender recognized the pattern, a silence hardened by time. Once spoken, a lie binds the group. To break it later is to condemn yourself as well. Their silence wasn't casual, it was complicity. And with each passing year, their words became less about truth and more about survival, a pact stronger than any friendship. Kate's diary revealed more than comfort. In 2011, she wrote, "We know the truth. Not hope, not believe, know." Her grief wasn't the searching kind. It was the carrying kind, the weight of something unspeakable. Gerry, too, changed. The nervous gestures vanished. The blinking stopped. His story grew calm, steady, unshakable. Stellender had seen this before in men who believed the problem was solved. When fear hardens into confidence, it means the danger has passed or been buried. The transformation wasn't healing, it was a tell. And it left Stellender convinced the truth was alive but hidden in plain sight. By 2018, Stellender was ill, broke, but unbroken. He sealed his files, soil samples, photos, radar charts, marked for release only if the case is solved or in 2027. A final safeguard against silence. The warning was clear. Truth can be buried, not just in soil, but in stories, in institutions, in media eager for easy answers. If a system can rewrite the disappearance of a child, it can rewrite anything. Apartment 5A was never just a crime scene. It was a mirror, showing how quickly evidence can vanish and how silence can erase truth forever. Unless someone dares to break it.